In this video, we are going to present the tool named SomeWraps, which uses different network data as an input and allows us to explore all parts starting from a higher level down to a single node or edge. Our tool consists of different parts that allow us to analyze the data from different angles. On the top left, we can filter by channels, which will update the node link diagrams accordingly. By placing different outstanding groups in different areas, we can already visually compare the structure of the two displayed networks. We can also easily detect outliers who appear in only one channel at all. A click on a node allows us to focus on its neighbors and explore, for example, the demographic spendings in each of the categories with the amount spent encoded in colors. Clusters, as well as outliers, can be easily detected. The same applies the other way around if we click on a demographic category, where we find who is contributing what part to this category. To gain more insights about the importance of the nodes, the settings allow us to encode the centrality of each node in the radius of the circle. To explore the data more in the direction of the time-dependent edges, we can enable the frequencies and map the time when an edge appears to a color scale. This clearly divides communication into different groups and allows us to explore strong connections between nodes or inside groups. In order to get an idea about the evolution of the network, we can animate the displayed graphs by clicking on the Animate button. However, if we compare two or more networks to each other, this gets more demanding to find significant patterns that happen over different points in time. Therefore, we can switch the layout and get an overview of all 6 graphs side by side. To locate similar patterns in the activity in each channel, we added an activity stream which shows us for each day how many actions are happening in each channel. Now the tool allows us to select the appearing patterns and compare them again in the node network layout and find the corresponding people. Back in the 2 columns based layout, we can calculate the structural embeddings for each node types and visually explore the clusters directly in the network layout. The settings allow us to select only the node type of interest, for example, the persons. Now we can identify people with specific roles in the network and compare to the other graph how many similarities we have. For an exploration of the travel channel, we created another view to our tool which allows us to explore all of the given travel data in a single presentation. Each row represents the travels of a single person, whereas the x-axis gives us the information about the days when the trip happens. One trip is represented as a rectangle that encodes the length of the trip in days and its width. The color gradients show us the start and destination locations. In that way, we can visually follow the path that a person follows and get an idea of the travel as consecutive or non-consecutive. If the duration of the trip is negative, we used black rectangles to quickly detect those cases.